near-death experience, and that experience helped me realize this awakening that we all can achieve without having to die. Now, I'm going to get back into my morning ritual, but let me explain something here about realization and how we can have these enlightenment moments here and now. It's basically, it's easy. We don't have to have a near-death experience. We don't have to die to realize. We don't have to have wake-up calls. We don't have to get in an accident or something, an epiphany moment. Yes, it happens all the time, and I'm not saying whoever has had that didn't need to have it. What I'm saying is, for you who hasn't had it, can follow a different method in your meditation practice, in your day-to-day life, realizing you don't have a morning ritual, waking up, being present, being in the here and now. You know, when I died, I was overwhelmed with unconditional love and compassion. Just, it was amazing. Let me give you some insight into a near-death experience. So I could see through walls, I could see conversations, and the way I proved it is when I woke up, I was telling my mom conversations she was having on other side of walls with other people. She wasn't even beside me. I was unconscious. I was done. They didn't know if I was a vegetable, if I was brain dead, if I had brain damage. And through this experience, going through this wormhole like funnel or tunnel, whatever you want to call it, it was outside of my body. Our intelligence comes to us. We are receivers. We have to be living in a receptive mode. So as I was living in this receptor mode coming out of my car accident, I started to tap into that. So that's your first tip, is we don't need to try in order to attract. All we have to do is receive. Okay, so, and know and believe and trust. I have all of that because I've gone through the experience. So please take it from me when I say, believe in yourself, love in yourself, enjoy life, have gratitude. Have unconditional love for yourself. In your waking hours, when you wake up in the morning, that's the feelings you should be going through. Is this unconditional love and understanding of what you have before you. You have an opportunity. You have an opportunity to live another day to make a change of the mistakes you made yesterday. If you said something wrong to your kids, your wife, your spouse, forgive yourself. If you said something wrong to yourself, forgive yourself. Look at yourself in the mirror and say, I love you. I'm sorry, but I forgive you. I don't apologize for nothing, because I forgive you, and I recognize that I am ever unfolding, ever changing. We're going through these experiences. If we live in guilt and dwell for too long, then it's like, we're living in this life of guilt and apologies all the time. When I realized that I can emotionally detach from holding on to burdens and stress and disease and discomfort, I was able to surrender, but forgive myself in that process. It's beautiful to know that you are forgiven. Unconditional love, whether you are alive or dead, you have unconditional love. So why don't we take ownership of that and take accountability and use it to our advantage? We can start to realize our life into existence. Okay. I break all of this down, I'm not trying to segue into buying anything from me, but if you are, you know how to find me. But basically, what I'm trying to say is take your life with a grain of salt for what it is and continue having faith and love in yourself. Okay? So, my mirror talk technique is basically paying attention, visualizing, looking deep into your eyes, and when you love yourself, when you forgive yourself, only you know what that is. If you forgive yourself, I forgive myself, and that intention should be, well, because I just swore at somebody, or I just doubted myself, or I self-sabotaged, or I treated my family disrespectfully. You have to, it doesn't mean it's okay and you keep being that way. No, you recognize, you forgive yourself, you love yourself, and you change. You come out of that with an awakening, a realization. Each day is a brand new day for you to recognize this realization that, we can change. We have the opportunity to change. Give yourself as much self-love as you can. Visualize your body. Have self-love, self-respect for your body image, your mental image, your mind. Okay, so I'm gonna go halfway into my morning ritual, okay? Because I want to dive into seeing yourself into existence. When you see yourself into existence, it's seeing yourself for what you are now, appreciating, loving it, but knowing your potential, knowing that there is a future self of you, knowing that we can tap into these quantum leaps, these realities. It's all around us. Every time we have a negative thought of how our life is leading and we stay like that, that's how we're leading our life. But as soon as you change your mind and you realize that, I forgive myself, I love myself, I see greatness, I'm changing, I'm forgiving, I'm loving, I'm in a receptor mode, you're creating an alternate reality, right? So you didn't have to go into that lifestyle that you were going down before. You can change, right? So that's when scientists talk about quantum leaping and parallel universes and going into different realities, it's new realities are being created all the time. It's in these mental faculties. We are what we think, we are who we are what we believe. And once we start changing this idea of ourselves from the waking moments that, I need self-time, so I'm going to go on my phone and that's my self-time. I'm going to go on Netflix and chill, that's my self-time. No, your self-time is self-time within you. It's not from an outside circumstance to dictate how you feel. If somebody says, oh, you made me feel this way and that's why I'm that way, you got to realize that we are creating all of these emotions ourselves. I've gone through all of this. I've done the work. I've done the practices. Now, I just want you to take from this whatever way you can, whatever way you can articulate it, but give yourself that time in the morning. It starts in your waking hours when you are consciously aware. While you're sleeping, direct your mind for success, direct your mind for greatness, direct your mind to forgive yourself, direct your mind to reprogram itself. Replace every negative feeling and thought with 10 times of affirmations and positivity of the opposite thing you were thinking. If you're self-doubting yourself, look, I was self-sabotaging. I used to think of how I was raped, why I was raped, because I'm an idiot, because I'm stupid, or not even about rape. I was overweight, I was fat, obese. I was clinically obese, 220 pounds in this body, in this form. That's called clinically obese. I realized that I had to love myself, accept myself for what I was, but I knew that I had better potential, and I started to tap into that reality. I lost over 50 pounds and kept it off for all these years because I did these mind-altering techniques, right? And intermittent fasting with the belief and the feeling of what I'm doing is going to reciprocate. It's happening. It happened already. It happened in my mind. It's going to happen in reality. If I did it with my body, with my face, with my everything, with my life, with my children, with my wife, with my everything, with who I'm meeting, with who I'm collaborating with, everything can be done. This is just giving you ideas of the type of work that I do. Coach, mentor, motivate, inspire, guide your intelligence, make you realize, enlighten you. But the main thing here is you don't have to have a 6-figure coaching program. You don't have to go to therapy to change. You can change. You have greatness already inside of you. You can change your reality as I did, from negative to positive. Okay? I can go into so many avenues here, so many details, but I just want you to trust in the process, go with the flow, be open to everything and attached to nothing. Remember to forgive yourself. Remember to love yourself. Remember to care about yourself. I'm going to keep making videos like this because I can just go on and on and on and on and on. Kind of get annoying if we did this all on one video, but I love you guys, and I hope somebody out there is listening and watching and realizes that there's something in me that can help them connect. You know, I was homeless. I was on drugs. I was belittled, disgraced. I belittled, I disgraced. I was abusive. I was abused. You know, what else? I used to not necessarily be an alcoholic, but I used to drink almost every day. If you want to call that an alcoholic, I used to try to do drugs almost every day. I've been addicted to drugs. I've self-sabotaged. I've wanted to commit suicide. I've contemplated my death. How can I relate to you? Just tell me. Separation, divorce, courses, anger management, how to find direction, whatever you want to. I hope I can help you in any way. Just reach out and ask. All right. Have a blessed day.